What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Fallout 76 video on the channel. In today's video I'm going to be explaining how to catch all the fish in the game, and you can take it from me, I've caught every single regional fish there is available, including all the glowing fish 2 times over, and caught at least 8 of this month's exclusive banded axolotl fish, and have a pretty sweet wall collection going on here. I have more fish, but I've only included the good ones on this wall. If you're catching a ton of generic fish like the Sunscream or the Brook Silverside, chances are you're using the wrong bait or using the wrong weather conditions. I am also going to show some footage of me catching some of the local legends so you can see what that looks like. Some guides out there tell you that you don't need to upgrade your rod to get better chances, but that's also not true. So I'm going to break everything down right here, right now. Let's jump right into it. So the first bit of advice I will give you is do not use your super bait until you have upgraded your rod. You will end up hooking fish that you can't reel in and your bait will go to waste. The same applies for the improved bait as well. You don't get much of that, so don't waste it. More on that later. Now I'll explain the fish types and the percentages of catching each one, and then we'll look at the fishing rods and then putting it into practice. There are variable factors for each catch, including location, which bait you're using, the weather conditions, and what strength rod you are using. It's actually a lot more complex than most people give it credit for. To make it easier for yourself, I would say the key thing to making all this work is to have a camp slot spare that you'll be able to move around at any time you want, and then you can set it up with a weather station. On screen here is the table you'll need to use, which will be needed throughout your fishing journey, so take a screenshot of this. I've taken this table from Duchess Flame, so all credit goes to her for putting it together. Next is the fishing rod. The only thing you need to care about upgrading on your rod is the reel and the advanced drag. You can get different reels from challenges in the game menu. The bobber is purely cosmetic and doesn't change anything. You can catch all generic, common and some uncommon fish in the game using the Mark 1 and Mark 2 reel, but when it comes to some larger glowing fish and the local legends, you will definitely need an upgraded reel and advanced drag. This is because the fish are more aggressive and will try to get away much harder than the other fish. Now the Mark 3 reel gives you an upgrade in your rotation speed, which is something the Mark 1 and 2 reels don't do. The Mark 4 reel gives you a rotation speed bonus and line strength bonus at the same time, so this is the best reel available in the game to date. The advanced drag mod is available from the daily fishing quest, and it gives you an additional line strength. Just for your information though, although I said they're only cosmetic with the bobbers, the only glowing bobber in the game right now is the quantum bobber that you can see in my clips here. You can get it from the fishing challenge to catch 15 glowing fish. So first off in the table, it separates the fish out into different categories. You have 6 different categories, which are generic fish, common fish, uncommon fish, glowing fish, local legend fish, and axolotl. Now the generic fish are your basic fish found everywhere on the map. There is no set location to find them, and they can all be hooked with common bait at an 88% chance with no specific weather conditions set. Now for all of the rest of the fish, there are certain conditions to catch them. If you go into your Pip-Boy and look at the new fishing challenges section, you'll see a breakdown of each region and what fish you will find there. The first fish in the list is always the common fish for the region, the second is the uncommon fish, the third is another uncommon fish, and the fourth is the glowing fish for that region. The exact same format applies across the Ash Heap, Cranberry Bog, Forest, Mire, Savage Divide, Skyline Valley and the Toxic Valley. As you can see from the table, the best chances of getting the uncommon fish are to use rainy weather, and the best chances of getting a glowing fish is to use nuke weather. And just so you know, both the Snow and Snow Aurora weather stations are classed as rain, and both the Nuke and Radstorm weather stations are classed as nuke weather. Alright, so that covers the generic, common, uncommon and glowing fish. But what about the local legends and the axolotl fish? Well, I'll start with the axolotl. Now there is a different exclusive axolotl for every real world month. For example, in June it's the banded axolotl, and then in July it's the scaled axolotl, and so on. Now they're really not that difficult to catch, and I was able to actually get one on the very first day I played the fishing update. All you need to do is go to the region location that they're found in for that month, often it's 2 locations around the map, set the weather to rain or nuke weather, and use improved or superb bait. I've managed to catch several using the improved bait. Superb bait does work, but it didn't manage to land anything for me because I only had 5 of them. But it is important to note that the chances of catching an axolotl with the common bait is 0%. So don't waste your time throwing that out there, as it just won't work. If you need more improved bait, it can be replenished at 5 per day by doing a daily fishing quest found in the Pip-Boy. So you get at least 5 chances per day to catch the axolotl. And that's quite a lot, because there's 31 days in each month, so there's around 155 different chances to catch the fish for the month that it's available if you go ahead and try every day. You can also get more improved bait by checking out some of the coolers in the world, and there is actually an additional package that you can buy. This one's on the PlayStation Store, and this does generate some improved bait every hour. Now moving on to the local legends. The local legends are the hardest fish to catch in the game by far, and I am going to include some footage here of me catching one so you can see what it looks like. But they're the hardest fish to catch because they're only available in preset map locations, and you won't be able to change the weather or any parameters there. You will have to wait for it to rain to get the best chances, or launch a nuke, but the chances of catching one during nuke weather are slightly less. And what's more is that one of the local legends fish is actually inside of a cave location, and you have to come out of the open world. And this means you won't be able to get any weather conditions there even if you wanted to. The rest of the fish in the game are easy to catch at the side of these local legends. Now once you do get to a local legend site and start fishing, you're also going to need a rod fast enough and strong enough to successfully reel it in. Now you will need a Mark IV reel in order to successfully reel in one of these fish with the advanced drag upgrade, which is gained through completing the daily fishing quest as I mentioned before. If you can catch one of these fish with a Mark III reel, then man, I take my hat off to you. I was hanging around trying to use superb and improved bait to catch a local legend with an upgraded rod and using a Mark III reel with improved bearings. I had it hooked several times, and look how slow it is to reel in despite the upgrades and how many times it tried to get away. And this is what I mean by upgrade your gear before even bothering to use up your good bait. Try and get your reel to Mark IV before attempting these super rare ones. Now as you can see in this footage here, I went back after I got the Mark IV reel, and I was able to catch it using the advanced drag mod. That's it for today guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, let me tell you, you ready? Oh hell yeah! Hell fucking yeah! Organ grinder! Oh, I got my mic on record, I need to mute the shit out of that.